welcome to my channel. My name is Keneiloe Myoli. If you're here for the first time, welcome to the family. I hope that you will like it, share and click on the subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So happy new year everyone. I think this will be my first vlog for 2021. That's if it goes up. I'm hoping that it does. So yeah, the time now is okay, I don't know, but it's after 9. It's the 19th of January, and the last time I vlogged was I think on the 21st of December. I know, but I've released like a few videos, I think about 2 of them after that, which were not vlogs, which were sit-down videos. And I've received so much love, especially on the last video that I posted on how I found out that I was pregnant. I think so far it has the most engagement, the most likes and comments, and I just want to say thank you guys for showing me so much love and subscribing and watching my videos and liking them. So the last time we spoke, I mentioned that my son's nanny had just left. She went home for the holidays and I was going. Guys, my Xhosa is not, I can't even speak it, but I can hear it. So bendi goa, yeah, I think that's what they usually say. So yeah, so it's a month later now, over a month later, and she's still not back. She was supposed to come back, which day is it today? Tuesday. She was supposed to come back 2 weeks ago, not this week, but other Sunday, not this past Sunday, the other Sunday. So I started working that week on a Wednesday, and I was struggling a bit, and also the borders were about to close and stuff, so she came back about 3 days early, and we asked her to go for a test before she comes to the house, COVID test. So that morning that she arrived, my husband went to pick up her bags and we sent her money for the test. So the test, we paid $8.50 at Discam. So we had to book online. So that's the process for a COVID test at Discam. You book online and you need to pay $8.50. So we sent her an e-wallet, and we told her to go test, basically. So we told her to go test, and she withdrew the money and went to go test, and they did say that the results should be ready in up to 48 hours, so which was up to 2 days later. And we were a bit worried because she was going to be in the house. She stays in the house with us. She sleeps in the guest bedroom. So we were worried like how we're going to keep her away, but we told her when she arrived after taking the test that she needs to self-isolate in her room and until we get the results. We were kind of hoping that the results won't take long, because they did say like should there be a backlog, the results can take up to 5 days. So we just crossed our fingers that we'd get the results as soon as possible so that she can start working. And also but when she did the test, they took a temperature and checked everything else, and everything seemed normal. So we were kind of hopeful that she won't test positive. So she arrived, she took a bath, then obviously she'd be hungry, she'd eat. She ate, washed the dishes that she used and the other ones, and she stayed in the room. We had the mask on. We had masks on. I had my mask on. She had a mask on. So did my husband. And for them they were social distancing. My son, because she had been gone for over 2 weeks, he was like, he didn't want her to touch him. And it was fine because we thought rather not touch him until we have the results, because we don't want him getting sick. Like, he was our main priority at the end of the day. Actually he's sleeping now. So I'm trying to just get this intro and say as much as I can before he wakes up, and then I'll see how it goes. But it's just like an update for 2021 first video. Sorry, I don't look too great. I still have the same hairstyle. I don't have time to go to the salon. But yeah, so she isolated in the room. She was sleeping most of the day, and around midnight, I remember at night she was like, if I needed to touch the child or help with the child, and I was like, no, don't worry, it's fine, because remember I was trying to not them to get into contact. So around midnight I woke up around 12, just after 12. I checked my emails because they wanted my email address, because she doesn't have an email address. I checked my emails for some reason when I got up, and my heart almost stopped. She tested positive. Luckily my husband was still up. Baby and I were still sleeping, and I went to him and I was shaking, you guys. Like, COVID is scary, but once it's inside your house, it becomes even worse, because as much as we wanted her to get tested, we didn't think much of what would happen should she test positive. We didn't think about that. So I went to my husband. I told him, so now we're busy looking at our different options. We have a Wendy house at the house, at the back. It's tiny, because we're like, she can't isolate in there, and it has small holes at the beginning, so you'll see like lizards and stuff, they can enter, and it's not safe. You could probably fit in like a sleeper couch or a single bed, but that's it. Like, if she eats, she'll have to come inside the house, or I would have to go to the room, give her food, bring things back, and that honestly was a lot of work, because I was taking care of a toddler as well, so we didn't have capacity and we didn't have space. So we decided that we'd ask her if she doesn't have relatives around where she could self-isolate for the next 10 days, and then she's more than welcome to come back. I know that now they're saying it's 10 days to self-isolate, but on the email it says it's 14 days. So I'm not sure if they haven't updated the stuff, or if it's still going for 14 days. Maybe you guys can correct me, but as far as we know, it's 10 days. But on the email itself, it still says isolate for 14 days. So before I went to her, I decided to sanitize every place that she touched. I thought she touched, because now it's difficult to tell. She obviously used the bathroom. There's 2 bathrooms, but we still use the guest one, especially if the baby's sleeping. We don't want to wake him up. We just use the guest one. So I sanitized. My voice it sounds a bit weird, but okay. I decided to sanitize where I thought she touched. Remember, she had a mask on the whole time, so I saw the light in her room was still on, and it was weird. So I thought, okay, maybe she saw the results and she's not asleep. She can't sleep. She's stressed. She doesn't know what to do. And so I took gloves. We have gloves inside the house, because I remember when we were also on level 5 and 4, like at the beginning, we used to wear gloves as well everywhere we went. So we'd have like the masks on and the gloves. So we still have gloves on, so I took the gloves, I put them on for myself. I took gloves and took them to her, so that if I should I touch where she touched, then I would have gloves on. So I took the gloves, put them on, went to the room, opened. She was sleeping, so she had been sleeping since the morning around 12, or after she ate. So then I told her, I'm like, did you see the results? She's like, no. She hasn't checked her phone. I'm like, okay, you tested positive. Can my husband and I have a chat with you? She was shocked. I guess we were also shocked, because everything was normal. But I also heard that she had a flu when she was back home. So it's also possible that she had COVID. She contracted COVID maybe just when she got home and the symptoms were gone and everything else. So it was just maybe the COVID that was left, but she didn't have any symptoms at the time. But also we didn't know, like, you know, sometimes how you would contract COVID but the symptoms will only start showing later on. So yeah, so we called her and then we spoke to her, and then she did confirm that she has relatives that stay around where someone would stay, like she can be in an outside room or just be the two of them, or she'll go to an empty place like relatives where the house is empty or something like that. Because I mean, I don't know, like we asked a few people as well, like, do you think this is the right decision? Obviously some people would disagree and say, why are you guys throwing her out? And I mean, it wasn't like throwing her out, it was just we needed her to isolate somewhere else because I didn't have capacity to take care of her. There was no one else to take care of her, and we have a toddler inside the house, so it was going to be very difficult to keep the virus away from the baby. Also because I mean, because of COVID and lockdown, our child is not used to other people yet. I think now he's getting better in terms of socializing, being around other people, but in the past, like, he'd be so scared because we used to keep him inside the house the whole time, so he's not used to anyone else. It's not like he's used to my mom or my husband's mom or my husband's sisters or whatever. Yeah, so we had nowhere else to take, like we'd have nowhere else to take him should we also fall ill, you know. And if we're taking care of her, we're also putting ourselves at risk. So I mean, it was a decision that we made that we thought was best at the time, and she honestly also didn't have a problem with it. She understood where we came from, and I told her, like, should she need anything, she can always let us know. And we gave her money so she can travel to relatives, isolate there, and she can come back once she's better. Yeah, I think she can probably test, because you know guys, like, sorry, like with the second wave, you know, the first one they said you don't need to retest, you can just assume that the virus is not transferable, so you can't infect someone else after 10 days. But with this new wave, you don't know, because even with baby, they said babies they don't get the virus or they don't get sick. But with this new wave, like, it seems like smaller kids are also getting infected and quite sick. So I think maybe we'll ask her to do a second test before she comes back, just to make sure that we're on the safe side. So what we did after that, she woke up on the Friday morning. She left early, like I said, and then I kept checking up on her. She found a place, like relatives around, to isolate and take care of her should she fall ill. But I've been checking up on her. She says she's fine. But somehow that day, like, my husband started getting flu-y, even me. But I think the first day I had a headache, like a very bad headache. But I'm a headache person, or I used to be a headache person. Like, I used to get really, really bad headaches. Yeah, like my shoulder area, my neck was stiff, but I think it was caused from stress, because I didn't know, like, oh my gosh, like, what if I touched something that I didn't sanitize that she touched. So that day we decided to get like a company that will come fumigate the house. Yeah, mind you, my husband and I were also still working. We're both working. You know, my husband wasn't working at the time, I think, so I was still doing my work in the mornings. We got a company to come fumigate. So if you want to know the details of the company, you can just maybe ask me on my social media, or ask below in the comment section, and I will let you know. We decided to ask them to come fumigate, and they charged us 2.8 which was a bit steep, considering that we paid for the COVID test. We sent her money for food on her way back, sent her with money when she had to leave and go isolate with family. But I've heard that with nannies, when they come back like from the holidays, we end up spending like a lot of money. We spent a lot of money that we were not anticipating on spending, but it is what it is. They came to fumigate, and we had to be outside the house for 2 hours. They said an hour and a half up to 2 hours, but I think after an hour and a half you could still see like the steam. But before they came, I tried to sanitize again. We had on the humidifier inside the house just to clear the air. So they came. It was so quick. I was actually saying we should actually invest in such a company, guys. Those people were inside our house literally for like less than a minute, and the whole house was full of that steam, and they're saying they're cleaning air. So I think they're getting rid of the virus by putting on like hot air, like the same way that you would steam. You know how we are advised to steam and stuff. So it was a similar thing, but for the entire house. So the floor was, because we have a wooden floor, it was nice and shiny. It looked like we had actually put on a lot of polish. We found a few dead flies after that, so maybe it killed. I'm hoping that it killed bugs, etc. And yeah, so we had like an extra week of taking care of baby, which has been quite tough, I must say, because I mean now husband and I are both working and we're having to take care of a toddler. So I've been working on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. I wake up early around 5:30, 6 to work, so that by around 8, 9 I'm at least done or close to being done with the day's work. It's still a bit quiet for now. And then if I'm not finished, I'll still do the other work at night, or I'll wake up extra early the following day so that my husband during the day he can do his work, because he has a lot of meetings during the day. So most of the time we have to work around his schedule, but luckily he doesn't have to work before 8 o'clock. I'm the one that can work. And then during the day, if they send me something, I just ask him to look after baby, and I get some work done. But I mean, like, you know how tough, like the last time I was saying, like it was so difficult. I think being without a nanny for a month has kind of shown hubby and I that, you know, we're capable of doing things by ourselves. Yes, our house is a mess. You know, with babies, how you will clean now, and a moment later, like my son has this thing of when you pack something in the cupboard, he goes to open the cupboard and he takes it out. So we had bought stuff for the fridge. I think I'll show you guys next time how it looks, so that he doesn't open the fridge, because he has this thing now of like opening the fridge and, you know, like closing it, opening and closing it. Even cupboards, but now he kept, like, because it's plastic, so now he kept pulling that fridge door, closing it, and then that thing eventually became loose. So it was okay, but now I mean it's broken, so it means we have to go buy one again. It was like around less than 50 rand, so we'll just have to go back to where's this Baby City to go buy, that's his name on the wall, and we had a scripture, but there's a part that's off, so we have to remove the whole thing and get like something else, and that is Kanye, and he actually knows how to read it now. Well, kind of. He will say Z-U-K. But yeah, I'm in his room because it has the best lighting. But yeah, I actually thought, I don't know if I will vlog for longer, but I wanted to do like a mini life update, tell you like the importance of testing your nannies when they coming back for COVID. A friend of mine, his nanny also tested positive. I'll actually let her know should I load this video that I'm gonna mention, but obviously I won't mention her name, but I don't want it to seem weird that I mention her no deal on my video. But she tested with her nanny as well, and the nanny also tested positive, but with her they're with family, so other people were able to, you know, like assist with taking care of Nanny, and which was great, you know. Like, I think we just do what we can, like what's best for our various situations. So, but both of them are fine, and I mean, these are people who help raise our kids when you're not, especially when you're not around. Like, okay, for us now, I mean, last year I was only back at work for a month or 2, 3, maybe 3 weeks. Okay, no, a month before lockdown started. So I've been around the whole time, but I mean, work was so busy last year. For me, and the kind of work that I do, we were there's some like the economy being closed kind of increased our workload, I think. And I can't say too much about work, but like for us, we were busy throughout the year. So I was quite busy. So even though, I mean, I was home, but I couldn't physically like spend time with my son. So lockdown has been difficult, but I'm also grateful for the opportunity that it gave me to, even if I wasn't able to spend time with my son, but I was able to see him throughout the day. You know, if I'm taking lunch, or if I was able to take lunch, I would spend some time with him. And it also made a difference because I didn't have to like wake up early in the morning, like go to work, come back, because I get home, when I go to the office, I get home around 6 p.m, leave around 7 p.m. So no, 7 a.m, sorry, 7 a.m, and I come back around 6 p.m. So I was able to like see him throughout when he was smaller, which I'm grateful for. Yeah, so it's been tough, like just juggling work now and a baby, but I'm grateful as well. Like, I can actually see that I'm able to cope without having someone full-time or having someone at all. And I think the one thing that we did get was someone to help us like once a week to come clean properly, because sometimes you don't clean, or you'll just be able to like clean around, like just pick up from the mess that they created on the floor, but not, you know, move things around, etc. Oh, my arm is tired. I wasn't using my vlogging tripod. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure, guys. Like, I'll see if I continue. He's still sleeping, Zukani. He was up in the early hours. No, he wanted water, and then his dad was also up in the morning early. So I asked my husband to look after him so I can get some work done quickly, and then I'll take over. So, but he slept, so I was able to finish. I'll just do work that comes in if it does come in, and that's what we've been doing. So we're working every day. We tried looking for a daycare for him. The plan was to take him 2 to 3 times a day a week, but I mean, with kids getting COVID, we're not sure. But anyway, guys, I think he might be up now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please do share if you tested your nanny for COVID. Share how you've been like coping without nannies during the festive season when they went home. I think I'll put my other videos at the end of this video, just so you can watch more content from me. So if this is goodbye, thank you so much, guys. Until the next video.
A few moments later.
Hi guys, so I'm back. I just saw that it's not fitting that I say bye without, so can you say hi? Say hello. Hello. Say I'm up. I'm up. So this little guy's up. We're about to have feed him, have breakfast, and then give him a bath, and we'll take it from there. I know you guys loved seeing him on my other vlog, so we just thought we'd say hi quickly. And yeah, that's it. Tell him to subscribe. Okay guys, I think that's it for now. He's looking at himself on the camera, and Okay, no. Someone is passing outside, so he's looking at that person. He likes putting his funny faces. Yes. Tell them that you're special. I am special. I am special. Look at me. Look at me. Say bye, guys. See you next time.